Okay, our first rotation's an absolute mess. But it's fine. It's fine. We just have to wait for Gamma 1 to appear in like 2 turns. So for now, we can just do this. We can just do this. And I kind of want to save a lot of those orbs for Gohan down there to build him up a little bit quicker. We can get the additional super pop off as well. Not to mention he's got guard. Gohan's good for this turn, but we need to get Gamma 1 on rotation with Gamma 2. Which, funny enough, only recently, I actually, or 2 weeks ago to be exact, actually finally fed Gamma 1 his dupes. Which, funny story, you know, we all have these days, funny story. Back when I pulled Gamma 1, you can actually see it in the summon video. I even said it in the showcase video where I used these two for the first time. I did actually pull a dupe in Gamma 1. I pulled 2 of them. I opened the dupe path. However, up until recently, as I said 2 weeks ago, I didn't realize until I was given the Gamma's skill orbs. I didn't realize and I didn't notice for months since what, September, November, that I did indeed open Gamma 1's dupe path, but I forgot to actually feed the orbs in. So while he did have his dupe path open, I forgot to actually feed him the orbs. I don't know how I managed to do that, but I managed to do that, as I said, for months. I said it was only a few weeks ago that I actually noticed that he didn't have the orbs fed in. Had the dupe path open, but didn't have the orbs fed in. So all these times I've been using him, wondering, why are you not launching any additional super attacks? That was why. Don't know how I managed to do that, but I did. And here we are. Ooh, Type Savage against Gogeta Blue. To be fair, I know how much damage he can take with a Whis active on a super. We're looking at 300k. He can dodge, but that's not always going to be the case, especially with a 50% chance to dodge. So if we quickly check now, yeah, he finally has dupes in, and he should finally be performing additional supers. I was honestly confused for so long as to why Gamma 1 was not, like, I was just like, am I getting super unlucky here? He's not doing any additional supers. Am I just really unlucky? No, I forgot to actually feed the orbs in. So that explains so much as to why he wasn't performing any additional supers. Yeah, we'll have them days. We all make mistakes, as Hannah Montana said. But at least now I realized after a while and didn't leave it for, I don't know, even longer, or like a year. You just super attacking Piccolo? That's great. That's 2 super attacks already gone. I mean, he still has potential super attack one more time. But the majority's gone on Piccolo, so I mean, we are good this turn. We have the Whis active just in case for Gogeta Blue if he doesn't feel like dodging while having Type Savage. But we're fine. And if he wants to dodge, we're even more fine. Yeah, we're good. We're good. 4.3 mil is actually not bad, considering he needs to build up and he hasn't been hit yet. He's not even linked up with Gamma 2. Of course, it's going to take no damage. This probably won't do too much, considering the guard. He super attacked once. Whis is active. Yeah, 47k. And these are going to do double digits, yeah. Obviously, that's mainly because of the Whis, but once he's fully brought up, Cellmax only does 300k on a basic, so his basics won't be doing anything to him anyway. Alright, let me... Oh, it's a bit safer to actually rotate you off than these two, but they do have their guard. Super attack with Gamma 2. Of course, he's popping off all the additional supers. He has 260k, and we still have the Whis active, so again, Cellmax's basics are going to do absolutely nothing to him. Just because we have almost 300k defense, which is the amount Cellmax does in a basic, and a Whis active. Not to mention he's going to get more defense now with the final few super attacks he needs to build up. And he's going to raise his defense by 30% at least once right now. 30% again. This is the beauty of Gamma 2. People sleep on Gamma 2 a lot. Like, I know Gamma 1 is like guaranteed good defense and like you need that, but like the amount of damage Gamma 2 can do, especially with the built-in crit and the amount of times he can super attack, and also where he can get defensively, yes, it's not like Gamma 1, but he can get to pretty decent lengths defensively if the additional supers do pop. Of course, if you just get additionals and they don't turn into super attacks, different story. But he just raised his defense by 30%, what, 3 times there, which with a Whis active, this shouldn't really do too much. Yeah, because Cell Max only does 600k on a basic. Of course, his main kicker is he super attacks 3 times. But I wish I had dupes in Gamma 2. I really do wish I had dupes. I wish I had dupes like in a majority of units, but I also wish I really had dupes in Gamma 2 as well. Because then he would have more of a crit chance, and then he would launch an extra additional super as well, which is just sweet, especially at raising his defense again by 30%. Of course, we can't utilize Gamma 2's Nullify here just because Cell doesn't have E-Blast super attacks. He has an unarmed super attack, so his Nullify here is completely useless. So the fact Cell doesn't do as much damage on supers as, say, a Broly or a Cooler Core is actually quite nice. If all the super attacks was to be directed at Gamma 2 though, and he didn't pop off with the additional supers to constantly raise his defense by 30%, it would be a little bit risky though. But we should finally have the rotation fully set up with Gamma 1 and 2 soon, which is exactly what we've been looking for. We're not going to pop any of these. I'm not concerned about these right now. The video's not about them. Although, do you know what? I'm actually going to leave Gogeta on rotation just because that's a lot of attacks to be going Gohan's way while not being fully built up and having type disadvantage, and I don't want to use another Whis yet. But yeah, Gamma 2 should be fully built up now. He should have that 100% extra attack and defense because he should have been... Yeah, he's performed 5 attacks. And that means he's now got a 50% crit chance, which the fact you can have that at 55% is so good. Because even if you have one dupe, that's a 50% chance to crit once he's fully built up, which he does anyway because all the additionals he has built in. You know, he has the 2 additional attacks guaranteed for 4 turns from the start of turn from the entrance animation. And then he also launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack after he performs his 5th attack anyway, which you can literally have built up like in a couple of turns and have that all together, which is why he can super attack so many times. And again, Cell Max has got an 80 million HP health bar. So all of them super attacks, which have a 50% chance to crit when he's fully built up, he's denting his health bar just because he attacks so many times. Oh, this is great. This is great. Gamma 1 also has type advantage. I don't even think Gamma 1 is fully built up right now. I should really level 10 link both of these units, but 305k defense with type advantage, and I think he still has his guard as well. I think it's what, turn 6 he loses his guard? No, it's for 4 turns, so actually he would have lost his guard, but he has 305k defense right now. Also, the Gammas are supporting each other, which I really do love. They link perfectly together. They support each other. Yes, they support other units, but primarily they're supporting each other on the rotation. This is going to do nothing, just because we have type advantage and we have enough defense to handle Cell Max's basics. Now we've actually got the dupe path like fed in with orbs. He should do a little bit more damage, and also there's potential of an additional here, 4.6 mil. And there's the additional. The additionals that for so many months and for so many weeks, I was like, why are you not doing them? There we go. There we go. You do that, because that super attack is going to do nothing. Even if Gamma 1 was type neutral right now, this super attack would probably do hardly anything to him. 7.2 mil attack stat now that we got the support from Gamma 1 with Gamma 2 as well. If we can just pop off with the additional supers, we're going to get that 30% defense raise constantly, and also the big crit. There's another one doing even more damage. So that's what, 3.6 million crit. Now 7.5 million attack stat. Can we crit again? Can we? No, but that's still like, what, 6 million damage? And then we go double digits on the basics. And that was only 2 supers. He only done 2 super attacks, and he's still tanking for double digits. Because of them 2 30% defense raises, and he started off with over 300k defense at the start of turn. Like, Cell Max's basics are they do not touch the Gammas. Super attack wise, unless Gamma 2 pops off with loads of additional supers, he may get caught if you don't have an item active. Gamma 1, however, I don't think any super attack is going to have you worrying about you dying, especially of how good he is defensively, the guard he has for like 4 turns, and considering we have over 600k HP. So, do you know what? I'm going to finish it off with Gogeta Blue, just because I like him so much. The Gammas are still so ridiculously good, and they're so fun to use. Not to mention movie heroes. I don't know if Dokkan's doing this on purpose. Movie heroes constantly gets buffed with new characters like all the time. So this category just gets even better and better and better. And I love it. I love it. Some of my favorite units are generally on this category, and it's still one of my favorite categories in the entire team, or entire game. There we go. There's the Gammas against Cell Max. We should be done here, or like relatively soon. Oh no, we're definitely done now. Gogeta's popped off an additional. We're done. There's the Gammas, man. They are still so good, and that's Gamma 2 at 55%. Gamma 1's got the dupe. That's Gamma 2 at 55%. Even if Gamma 2, and especially with Gamma 1, even if they got super attack multiple times, just them in one turn, we would have been fine. We would have been fine. Unless, of course, Gamma 2 super attacked once and didn't super attack anymore, and we didn't have an item active. We would have something to worry about. We would take a slight chunk of damage, but the Gammas are still just so good. So good. Did I have skill orbs on? I'm pretty sure I put skill orbs on these guys. Yeah, I did. They are so good, honestly. I love them, and I can't wait to get dupes in Gamma 2. But let me think down in the comments. I'm going to keep taking units into the Cell Max Red Zone event, just because it's the most recent, you know, Red Zone stage. I'm going to keep trying out units in there. Maybe some units we haven't used in Red Zone before, but as I said, let me know what you think down in the comments. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you next video, guys, and peace!